Greetings, I am Freedom Master, Corey Russell, and the following game features a good battle where advantage could have went both sides, but ultimately I prevailed in a pretty close endgame. Let's go ahead and see what it's about. It's against an expert. So I'm white this game. I was planning to do the King's Ending attack, but based on his move order, decided to transpose to a Catalan. No, take it back. I did actually do it. King's Ending. Candles. 12. King's Ending attack. Decided to take it. I thought that this would be good for me, and I was right. It was good for me. It could have been even better, except I didn't find the most decisive continuation, which is why it was a longer battle than it otherwise would have been. So develop, attack C7. Fritz, that's a chest upward, says white's a little bit better here. So I may think, oh, hey, does that lose a piece? But no, it doesn't, because I can take the rook. So it's not. I'm not losing a piece. He should do knight take, bishop take f6, and white would have a clear advantage. He actually does this. It may seem I'm losing a piece, but I saw I get the piece back. And here, I missed a decisive continuation. I could have played this. The point is, if he takes, rook check, and mate. So I could have played that. Fritz claims that if I do that move, he has to go here, and then I just take the rook, and I have to exchange, and I should be able to win this. So, anyways, that's what I should have done. Instead, I played this, but it's not quite decisive. I do still have a clear advantage. Of course, you can't take it, he's pinned. And then take his rook, and he takes my rook. So it seemed like the only way to keep my pawn was to play c5, so I played that. To h3 to limit his knight. I should play king f1, and I have a clear advantage. Fritz says black should be equal now. Fritz now says black has a slight advantage. Of course, black can't take that pawn because I'll take his knight. So I can't do that. This is still a pretty tight battle here. Well, I have opportunity to take the pawn, check. And now we're equal. A pawn under attack, so I get out. Get my king closer. So this is played to get my pawn off the light squares, so it's not targeted by the enemy bishop. That would be useful. Then possibly I could take his knight in some lines. So by getting out the delay squares, that made that more viable option. You should have played King B8, or excuse me, King D8. That's my king to get in the battle. Got my king centralized. This idea of black wasn't really that great idea. So, oh, move my pawns forward. Okay, I want to move forward. In fact, Fritz even says I'm winning here. He should try knight b3. The black is being desperate here. Check. And he takes. He has to take the bishop so we can take him b6. Originally, I was trying to trap the knight, although I realized I can't actually trap him. So this is a pretty tight battle. I do have a slight advantage here. King's a little better, pawn up, but pawns are weak or spread out everywhere, which usually favors the knight, actually. So knight c2, 3 is coming. That's going to win a pawn unless I advance. Or no. It will win the pawn, right? Oh no, because I can do bishop b3. Here, black makes a critical error. Should do b5. Take his pawn. Keep my king aggressive. e4 is a good move because it prevents the knight from coming to the king's side. So he can't go to f5 because the pawn, and can't go to f3. And so because of that, that means the black can't get to my h pawn. So it keeps my pawn advantage. So here I'm trying to divert him. Here I'm winning the e pawn, which is good because he's going to win the b pawn, and so I'm still pawn up with all this. Black tries to get a knight to do something, but the knight is pretty much limited by the bishop and the king. Because king in battle is just what you'd expect. Take his pawn. As much as possible. Try to get my h pawn going. Cruz doesn't like this move, g4, but to me it looks like it cuts off the enemy knight, and now the h pawn should be clear to go. Fritz Rehovland says white is clearly winning. Checks. And I don't defend the bishop because it's more important to prevent the knight from stopping the h pawn. Takes the bishop. e7. There's no way for the enemy knight to stop me from queening. And a queen beats a knight fairly easily because you can just pin the knight and pick it off. It's pretty easy to limit the black's possible moves. But anyway, as you realize, the queen should win pretty handily, so black resigned, and that was the game. So that was a pretty close battle with an expert, but I prevailed in the end. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time.